I got 20 plus songs you could have had. That I wrote
Really?
in the
Have you
90s.
written 20 songs?
Lyrically,
Yeah.
Cool.
what are we talking about in terms of...
We're talking after Tree. I thought, this is me.
This is what I could do.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is me,
yeah.
bro.
So-
What are we talking in terms of lyrical content? Is it heavy?
It's wordy. I was very much influenced by people like the Tragedy Hip.
Okay.
Travis at the time.
Wow.
The band Travis.
I love Travis.
You could have given me, I don't know, upwards of 27 million guesses as to what your next word was going to be, and I would not have got to Travis.
Oh, man.
I would
Travis
never
to
have
death.
got to Travis. Not
The Man
knowing
Who
Mike
is
as I
one of
do.
the best albums ever written, that's a fact.
I mean, that's okay.
That's a fact. That's a copper bottom Mike Bubbins fact.
Fact. It's certainly an opinion.
Yeah.
And with a bit of Jim Blossoms thrown in, I suppose.
Don't mind
Okay.
Jim Blossoms. Yeah.
Very serious, though. Took myself very
Really?
seriously.
Yeah. That was always
was
my
it a-
great fear.
Yeah. It
What,
is
taking yourself
cringe.
seriously?
Like, the Bug Club have got songs called things like Quality Pints.
Nice. That's
Yeah. Have you ever been to Wales?
Have you ever
It's
been to
good.
Wales? I was going to say. Yeah, it's good. Nice. That's good.
These made... I would do Tree publicly now. I
Yes.
have done.
Yeah.
Scott O'Connell has done.
Yeah.
These lyrics will never see the light of day.
What? Because they should be put in a bag and burnt.
Yeah,
no,
I can't
like,
believe
you know when you get
burn
so embarrassed about
An
something.
amazing,
I'm so embarrassed.
an amazing, immensely uncharacteristic lack of confidence there.
They must be awful.
They must be bad,
must have
considering
jailed
some of the
very
other
awful.
shit you've put out there. Jesus Christ, Mike. How bad is this stuff?
This is the worst
I've
stuff
seen the rest
ever.
of your output.
You brazenly foisted a load of other shit on the world.
What is this shit?
Shown pride in it. It's mad.
Couple of good tracks, but it's just a bit. It's just a bit. You know, like you feel a bit angsty, and
Yeah.
I think
Was
my
it about
girlfriend and I had
love?
split
What was it
up.
about?
well, my girlfriend and I had split up.
Oh, God.
I was essentially living in the attic of my own flat in Exeter,
Okay.
drinking
Why?
strong cider
Because you
she
decided
was
to move up
downstairs
there?
with the
Oh,
rest
right.
of the flat.
Right. That makes sense. Right.
And we couldn't afford to move out, so I was
Yeah.
sharing a flat with my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
but living in the attic mostly.
Yeah.
like a f***ing Dick Whittington or something.
Your little bindle up there.
But
with
instead of mice, I had my mate Tom. So we used to come around and he'd play the guitar, and we'd
Right.
both feel a bit sorry for ourselves and drink cider. And then I'd write
Was
loads
he,
of fucking
hang
angsty, serious songs.
Was he in a state of being dumped as well?
Oh, constantly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
fairly.
she sat downstairs in the flat listening to you sing about her breakup upstairs. Because that's quite a bleak viewing of the bill.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, essentially.
Why did you leave me?
She didn't leave me. We split up. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hang on. No. Mutual? Musical
Second
differences?
song, I actually left you, was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way.
Third song, all right then, but I definitely made you leave me.
Yeah.
A lot of those behavioural patterns were things I chose to do. To get
Song
rid of you,
number
actually.
19. It's like Trent Alexander-Arnold, actually. I left on a free, but that is good for me.
If you must, I enjoy sitting in the attic with Tom, drinking 8% cider from a farm. While I do my PGCE.
Was there any point when you were penning these songs that you thought, not going to have to be a teacher, actually? Because this is going to fly.
Because, not dissimilar to Elis,
Heartbreak is real.
Oh, yeah.
not dissimilar
And
to
relatable.
El, Tom was a very good guitarist, very musical, like you two, an encyclopedic knowledge of bands and music. And he came very close to having a career in bands and music.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's just sort of, but now he lives in Austin in Texas because he loves music so much. He went over there.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we thought this is it, mate. This is me and Tom, man. We're gonna.
Were they country songs then?
I wouldn't say they were country. There was a country bent to them, shall we say?
Also, of all the substances that great artists have used to fuel their creativity, cider, strong cider,
Cloudy
is such
scrumpy.
a funny choice.
Yeah.
You know,
Bob
Rubber
Marley,
Soul
the
was
Somerset years.
Rubber.
Bob Marley was just shit-faced the whole time. Very different.
Woody Guthrie my pants again.
Rubber Soul was written on weed. Pepper was written on acid. Mike's album was written on cider.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, those iconic
cider.
posters of Marley are just him with a can of Strongbow.
Yeah.
It's a very different
Blackthorn.
poster. Yeah.
Proper.
Oh my god. It's such a signifier to
So
me of a
evocative.
certain kind of night, Strongbow.
Yeah. Well,
My friends of mine refer to it as Beaujolais.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
yeah. Well, but there were farms in Devon where you could turn up and buy the different sorts of like farm cider, all on different sort of bench tables.
Really?
You could buy the 5% sort of everyday cider.
Yeah.
You could buy the sort of 8% strong cider. And you could buy in the wine bottles like the 12 or 15%.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're working on the basis that a farmer gives enough of a shit about your health to have actually looked at the ABV on it.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
what I think he's done is he's poured the same thing into all of those jugs and got 5.
Just put
8.
more ethanol in one of them.
Yeah.
Christ. Yes. Oh, dear.
Like, I love buying my booze from supermarkets for that reason.
Yeah.
You can be very sure of what exactly it is you're getting. Not sure I would buy booze from a farmer, actually.
No.
It's all right, though. Because, I mean, he wasn't in prison, so he must,
Yeah,
fine
then.
And
Yeah,
you're
you're
not
right.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I wrote
Again,
some bloody good songs on
fact.
it. Yeah, you'll never see those. Just take my word for it. Just have to take
Oh,
my word
no,
for it.
absolutely, I will. In the same way I'm taking your word for it that Travis's debut album is one of the best of all time.
Well, do you know what? Because it's of a time, innit? So when I was living in Switzerland briefly, every day after work, the only albums I took with me were the Tragedy Hip. I can't remember which one it was.
Apologies, Travis fans.
And I took The Man Who.
Yeah.
Isn't it mad as well that you had to make those choices?
Yes,
It's like when I went on holiday, I
Two
would take
CDs.
3 cassettes or 3 CDs because I didn't
I
have
had
room
a
for more.
Sony Discman and I had 2 CDs.
Yeah. So
Travis
that's
and
your music then?
3, sorry, because I had August and Everything After by the Counting Crows as well.
Okay.
Counting Crows, Travis, the Tragedy Hip. And to be honest with you, if I just had to listen to 3 bands the rest of my life, that would do me.
Okay.
Although, do you know what? Yesterday, I'm on the old Gusto scene and I cook in every day, which I've never done before. So I put a different album on while I'm cooking now. And someone mentioned the Christians the other day. I thought,
Well, the
"Fuck, I love
band, the Christians.
Or the religion. All of
Yeah.
them.
I was watching the Pope.
Yeah.
I played their first album again.
Okay.
What an album that is. Another one that I bought on a record club and played to absolute.
I'm a bit young for the Christians. I remember.
Oh, listen to me. Ideal World, Hooverville. Such good songs.
Don't know any of the stuff.
Don't know
at
any of
all,
that stuff,
I
do
think.
you?
I don't know any of the Christians.
Oh, man. He lives in North Wales, the one fellow. He did. 'Cause I think he still does. But they had to change their name when they played East Germany back in the day because even though they're called the Christians because 3 of the band's name were Christian.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh, okay.
But then when they went to East Germany, they had to change their name because
Yeah.
you couldn't have like a religious name.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1985 though, sort of late 80s, they were they had their hits. So I remember them being on top of the pops. I just don't remember any of the songs.
His voice is haunting, mate.
The Temptations and Ripped Jeans producing gritty scented songs in a sugary vocal shell, according to critic Charles
There we
Bottoman.
go. With a little message as well, like proper stuff, Like
It's
Hooverville.
interesting. It's interesting name for a band as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine.
Very unique sound. If you listen to their album,
The
you'll know
Sikhs.
a Christian's track straight away after that.
The Buddhists.
Yeah.
The non-conformists.
yeah, the Methodists.
Stop trying to make me go to your Baptist church, Lynn. You always get people when they're down.
The Puritans. No lyrics, no music.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Certainly no dancing.
Yeah. Have a listen to the Christians, mate. Yeah. Do yourself a favour. Listen to, if you haven't heard the Christian, listen to the Christians.
I'm going to Google the Christians. And
Listen to
what
Gin
happens.
Blossoms.
Yes.
Superb band.
Yeah, don't mind them. No, I'm happy with them.
Counting Crows.
And also, I don't have some anti-Travis agenda. They're fine.
No, that album just reminds me of walking to along Lake Geneva every day between Vevey and Montreux.
Interestingly, when you Google the Christians, the band is what comes up.
Is it?
Yeah.
There we are.
Interesting. I wonder if that would happen.
Because he did, I'm sure they played. I'm talking to our friend Paul Ford about this. I'm sure he interviewed him because I'm sure they live in North Wales, or one of them lives in North Wales.
Well, they're from Liverpool, so they might well.
Oh,
live
maybe
in
that's what it is.
North Wales,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Be about
If
right.
one of them does live in North Wales, he will definitely have been on a show that 40 produced.
100%.
100%. Radio
Yeah.
Wales. I could go through a catalogue of people who live a bit in Wales or have lived a bit in Wales. Like Mel C, for example.
My favourite,
who I interviewed almost entirely about living a bit in Monmouthshire.
my favourite Fordy story, and I've got lots because he's a top bloke, was he went up to, he was living in Newport when the Stone Roses were recording their second album, The Second Coming. Mm-hmm. And Ian Brown was in TJ's. A club I wish I'd gone to and never did, and that's a great regret of mine. But anyway, Ian Brown was just having a drink in TJ's, and Fordy saw him, and Fordy's a massive Stone Roses fan. He was like, "Oh my God, it's Ian Brown! Jesus Christ!" So he ran back to his house, and he got his Stone Roses LP, and then he ran back to TJ's, and he took it in. He was like, "Please, Ian, I've listened to this album every day for the last 5 years. I think it's the greatest record ever made. How's the second album going? How's the recording going?" And Ian Brown said 3 words to him. He just went, "Hassle, hassle, hassle."
Did he sign the album?
He did sign the album,
Fair enough.
but he signed it with like a sort of a craps Sharpie that sort of smudged very easily. Yes. And Fordy's then girlfriend, I think, had the bright idea of laminating the record because she had a laminator. So she laminated it so that it's not, so that the signature is safe. It's just such a funny thing to say to someone. Yeah. And also, Fordy told me that probably 15 years ago, if not 20 years ago. And whenever I'm overwhelmed with work, I always remember that. I would just love to tell people, love to say to people, hassle, hassle, hassle. Just as a sort of off. We've had an argument with our record label for 3 years. We've missed the boat. Oasis have turned up. They're obviously going to be massive, and we've it. Hassle, hassle, hassle. John Squire, the guitarist, is addicted to cake. And he's just fallen off his bike and broken his collarbone. Okay? Hassle, hassle, hassle.
Can you sign this, please?
That's on one side. Can you sign this, please?
We're all arguing. We're all on different drugs, which has really affected the vibe in the studio. We all live in different places, and the gang element that made us as a band so special has completely disappeared. We've made a 12-bar blues album for some mad reason. Hassle, hassle, hassle.
Can I get you a pint?
Yes, actually.